Okay, so you're asking me about how much it's going to cost to sell the home and if I'm flexible on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, Tyler. The most important question for you is, what's more important to you, the amount that you net or the amount of commissions that you pay?
Well, obviously the amount that I net.
Exactly. And so that's why I want to come by and show you a proven plan to net the most money for your home. How does tonight's fix work, Tyler?
Yeah, that works. That's fine. Let's do that.
Great.
Will you lower your commission? So, on the phone, this is sort of a tricky one to handle because they probably want something lower because their agent didn't do something previously, and that's why really you just need to set the appointment. So, will you lower your commission? That's something that I'm open to discussing when we meet at your home. And it'll just be a quick 5-10 minute tour of your home. I'd like to take a quick peek at it, and then that's one of the first things that I'll answer. So that's my way of handling it. Works very well, and hopefully it works for you.
So you are interested in selling still if you can find the right agent. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I suppose.
Let me do this. Let's do this. How about tonight at 3:30 or 5:30, let's sit down and get together, and I'll go over my entire marketing plan, and then we can discuss commission at that time.
All right, that's fair. Let's do that.
We're going to use the same agent. In my opinion, probably the most common response that we get. Very tough to handle. I would normally say that's great. What is their name and number? And I know that we probably already know that information, but especially key when it's not, an immediate expired that just came on the market or anything like that. So I would say, what's their name and number? So I can just, have that information so I can get a hold of them if I ever have a buyer that's interested in seeing the home. If they don't immediately give it to me, they probably don't have that agent, aren't using the same one. If they come back with, we're using the same agent, I would also say something along the lines of, so I guess I'm a little bit confused, your previous agent wasn't able to sell the home. Is that the same result that you're looking to get the second time around, or what's going to be different? So that's what I've used that helps, but it is one of the harder objections that I've come across just because that's what they're used to, and they're not going to be open to interviewing anyone else, but worth definitely handling the objection to see if it's something that we can get in the door.
Oh, you're going to use the same agent. Okay, Tyler, can I tell you one reason why that really worries?
Sure.
Well, the agent that you used, he did his best job to sell the home, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that he showed you a plan, and it involved telling everyone he knew in his sphere of influence, telling people in its brokerage, basically marketing it to everyone that he could, right?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Right, and we hope he would. But he did that, and it failed. And so we want to make sure that we're reaching out to a new circle of people to find a person who's willing to pay top dollar for your home. I'd love to come by tonight at 7 p.m. and show you the plan on how we're going to get your home sold. Sound good?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to get a second opinion. We could make that work.
Great, Tyler. I'll see you at 7.
One objection we occasionally run into is, you know what, I'm just going to relist with the same agent I've already had. So our response to that is, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I appreciate that loyalty. As a matter of fact, should I ever fail to sell a home, I would hope to get the same result from my clients. Just out of curiosity, when that agent came out to speak with you again about relisting your property, I'm wondering what new strategies and tactics did they share with you that they're going to use this time that they failed to do the first time to make sure your home actually gets sold?
That's great. What I'm hearing is you feel obliged to your last agent. I assume since they've invested a lot of time and money in your home, right? Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you don't owe me anything, and you don't really owe them anything, but you do owe yourself the very best. It certainly wouldn't hurt to hear what I do to get homes sold, so would tonight at 3:30 or 5:30 work better for you?
I already have another appointment with another agent this evening or at another time. Oh, okay, great. I'd love to swing by, right after them. Just make sure that you don't sign any paperwork with them because I'd really like to show you my marketing plan. Pretty simple objection to handle. I mean, obviously they're interested in listing their home and selling their home, so we just need to set the appointment. It's not really an objection to anything. The question that was asked might have been, allow them to say the objection, but really just go ahead and set the appointment.
Hey, Tyler. Okay, so here's the big question. What time is that appointment with the other agent?
He's coming at 6:15.
6:15. I want you to have an opportunity to have an apples-to-apples comparison between agents. Let me come by before them at 5:30. I promise to be out of the house before them. Or if you do want to work with me, I'll be sure to let them know they have the first crack to bring a buyer to sell your home. Sound good?
One of the objections that I have gotten is them saying that they already have an appointment with another agent this evening. In response, I say, hey, that's no problem at all. I'd be happy to provide you with a second opinion. And if you decide to list with me, I can call the other agent for you and cancel the appointment. How would 5:30 or 6 o'clock work for you this evening for me to come meet with you?
Have you signed a contract already?
No, I haven't. No, they're coming over to tell me what they do.
Gotcha. What time are they coming over?
At 7.
Here's what I'd like to do. How about I come over at 5 o'clock, and I'll show you my marketing plan, and we can go from there. And if you decide that you're comfortable to move forward with me, then we can go ahead and move forward, and I can make that call for you to let the other agent know that you won't need to be seeing them.
I'm going to sell as a for sale by owner or FSBO. When someone says that, I would say, that's great. What do you plan on selling it for? They come back with a number. Okay, awesome. When can I come by to take a look at the home? And then immediately just book the appointment. There's really nothing more to it. They might say, well, I'm not going to show you the home unless you have a buyer. And then you could go with the, I need to see the home, all that kind of stuff, that basic objection handling stuff. But they say I'm a FSBO or I'm going as a FSBO. Awesome. Let me come look at the home. And that's really all there is to it.
Oh, Tyler, you're going to go for sale by owner. Perfect. I think that's a reasonable way to do it. The nice thing is that our appointment is more of a free lesson than a sales pitch. If you like the things that I have to say, you can either incorporate them in your own marketing, or if you really are impressed, you can put me to work to get top dollar for your house and to protect you during the process. Sound great? How about we meet tonight?
Mr. and Mrs. Seller, excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Just out of curiosity, most people I talk to that have that intention of going by owner have a particular timeline in mind that they intend to try that before they decide to interview aggressive agents like myself. What timeline's in your mind right now? Okay, 3 months? Excellent. If in the meantime I do bring a buyer to your property, would you be open to paying me a cooperating commission? Fantastic. Now, when that time comes that you are going to interview aggressive agents, do you already have somebody that you feel like you're already committed to hiring? No? Okay, great. Well, I appreciate you being so open with me. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, are you familiar with my Smart Seller program? No? Well, fantastic. It is an amazing program. I'm honestly kind of surprised you haven't heard of it. It's a program designed specifically to help for sale by owners just like yourself get their home sold and hedge their bet with using a real estate agent, yet retain the ability to go ahead and sell the home by themselves during that listing process. Now, I know you're not planning on doing anything for, let's say, 60 or 90 days, and that's fine. As a matter of fact, you may actually have success selling your home on your own during that time. However, what I would like to do is make this suggestion. Why don't we do this? I'll go ahead and come take a look at your property. I've got some time tomorrow at 3 or even Wednesday at 4 because it's going to be virtually impossible for me to bring a buyer and sell your property if I'm not familiar with all of the wonderful benefits that home features. And at the same time while I'm there, I'll go ahead and share with you a little bit about our program. That way, so when the time does come, if it comes that you're going to look at putting it on the market with an agent, you'll already know what your options are rather than starting the process at that time. This will save you weeks of research. Does that make sense? Excellent. Well, I appreciate it. It'll be a no pressure, no obligation consultation, but I do look forward to seeing your home, finding out more about your goals, and seeing if I can help you get that sold. We'll see you Wednesday at 5.
So you're going to go for sell by owner?
Yeah.
Hey, after what you've been through, I definitely can understand that. let me ask you this, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. You know you are generally better off to be a FSBO than to be with an agent that did their best yet couldn't get the job completed, correct?
Yeah.
I can appreciate that. Let me ask you another question. Where did your last agent fail in your mind?
My number's not listed. How did you find it? Well, we did some online research, and we were able to find it through some different cross-reference directories. They might say something like which one, and then there's some different schools of thought here, saying like, well, my assistant found it online. I just say I did some cross-referencing online, I found it, and then I go right into script. I acknowledge it, and then I move past it because there's no point in dwelling on it. They either want to sell their home or not, and we just need to keep moving on.
Well, Tyler, I got it from the Real Estate Data Exchange because I like to keep up with what's happening on the private market as well as the public market. I wanted to reach out to you and ask you a couple questions about your house. So where are you planning on moving when you sell this home?
Good. See, I think that's perfect.
And I love using the term Real Estate Data Exchange because I found that when I said REDX, people just kind of shrugged it off as a service, whereas Real Estate Data Exchange sounds like a very official, well-produced organization that provides a great service to the real estate market, which is exactly true.
One of the objections that I have received is, where did you get my phone number? In response to this objection, I say a lot of people are surprised to find out that their numbers and information are available online. However, I use several different phone book sources in addition to county records to get the homeowner's information. If you would prefer that I don't call you again, I can add you to my personal do not call list. I'll do that right now if you prefer. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, and I hope you have a great day.
So when the homeowner comes back with that, basically I just continue going in script. So if the other person says, so I'm on the do not call list, why are you calling, or whatever, great. So are you still thinking about selling? They might come back with something like, I just told you I'm on the do not call list, please do not call me. It doesn't matter that they're on the do not call list, and I just continue going in script. Hopefully that helps.
Tyler, I apologize. I am so sorry. Your number should not be on my list. It's on the do not call registry. I'm going to be sure to remove it right away. Again, I apologize. I just want to ask you one question. Have you allowed any agents to preview your home?
Good. I like that.
And then I would get right off the phone immediately, and if they said yes, I would look at their price that they were asking and just kind of base it off of that, opposed to taking any more time on the phone.
Yeah.
Because if they say yes, I've allowed people to look at it, I have an appointment.
Hey, I'm on the do not call list. Why are you calling me? In return, I say, hey, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that your number was on the National Do Not Call Registry. I am so sorry for the inconvenience, and I will remove your number from my call list right away. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.
I'm very sorry I did not realize that you were on the do not call registry. I'll make sure that I update my records, and you won't hear from me again. However, are you still interested in selling your house?
So another objection that might come up is I need to speak with my spouse or whatever before I commit to something. The way I would handle this is basically like, I totally respect that. Why don't we do this? Why don't we just go ahead and pencil something in on the calendar? Nothing that, will be very firm. You go, speak with your spouse, do whatever you need to do. And then once you do that, just let me know. And if we need to change it, we can absolutely do that. There's, no cost or obligation. And then that way it's in the calendar, because I know that we all get busy. So
absolutely, especially where that your spouse is going to help make the decision of selling the home. I wouldn't expect you to make any decisions without her. What I want to do is give you the chance to make a tentative appointment tonight at 6. You talk to her, and if you don't want me to come over, give me a call back and let me know, and I won't come over. So I'll see you tonight at 6 unless I hear back from you, okay?
I need to talk to my spouse before committing to anything. So how we handle that is, Mr. Seller, I can definitely appreciate needing to talk to your spouse. I would have to run everything by my wife before making a major commitment as well. I tell you what, though, let's do this. I know you're a busy man, as am I, and that my schedule fills up very rapidly throughout the week with appointments just like this to make sure people actually get their home sold. When we have a chance to talk with your wife, will it be this evening? Okay, great. Well, again, since we are both so busy, why don't we do this? Let's look at our calendars and go ahead and pencil in a time. What's better for you, Wednesday at 5 or I've got a Thursday at 3 o'clock? Okay, Wednesday at 5. Excellent. So let's do that. Let's plan on Wednesday at 5, and unless I hear back from you, I'll assume that you've had a chance to visit with your wife, and we'll make that happen. How does that sound?
I totally understand that. When are you able to talk to your spouse?
I'll probably be able to call her shortly.
Okay, that sounds great. So let's do this, just to make sure that you're able to talk to her. How about, I'm sure you'll be able to talk to her tonight. Let's just go ahead and pencil you in now for tomorrow at 3:30. That way we don't have to, that way my schedule doesn't fill up and we can go ahead and get you on the books. How does that sound?
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
The client or potential client saying, I need to talk to my spouse before committing to anything, which obviously we all completely respect. In response to that, though, I say, I certainly understand that you want to talk to your spouse about that. How about we schedule an appointment for this evening, maybe around 5:30, and I'd be happy to call your spouse and talk to him or her and let her know what we've talked about so that they can be apprised of what the meeting is about. And if your spouse decides not to go through with the meeting, I'm more than happy to remove you from my calendar. What's the best number to reach your spouse at so I can talk this over with them?
Oh, you're going to take it off the market? It sounds like you're really frustrated with the process, right?
Yeah, we've tried for 6 months with this agent, and we just didn't get a lot of showings, didn't get what we felt like was a lot of exposure, and so we decided we'll just wait maybe till the markets heat up or maybe till after the holidays.
Ouch. Okay, so I'm actually hearing two things happening there. One of them is that you want to wait till after the holidays, and the other is that you just are so frustrated with the process you're not willing to move forward. Can I give you a little insight about the market?
Yeah, please.
So, Tyler, with the holidays coming up, we see a lot of little looky-loos staying home. And that's a benefit to you because you've had a number of people come to your house, right?
Yeah, we did have a few showings.
And basically they came and they said, no, I don't want this house, right?
Right.
And that's really frustrating. What we want to do is make sure people that are coming into your home are pre-qualified, but they're also serious about buying. During the holidays, the looky-loos stay home. There's an advantage to you. I would love to share with you the rest of my plan if I could stop by tonight at 6 and show you a guaranteed way to sell your home.
Yeah, that's fine. 6 works as long as it's not going to be too long of an appointment. I suppose that would work fine.
It's only going to be 15 minutes, 20 minutes at most, depending on the questions that you have. I'm excited to meet with you tonight.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be fine. 6 works.
Thanks, Tyler. See you tonight at 6.
So we've decided to wait for X time period. That X period is spring, summer, fall, whatever. It doesn't matter. I totally respect that, not wanting to show your home during the holidays. But did you know that there's actually going to be more homes for sale on the market in the spring, which means that yes, prices might be going up because of the market, but because of the demand, it would actually be better for you if your schedule allowed to list your home now when there's less homes on the market, and then the demand that is there will allow us to get better pricing and allow your home to sell quicker.
I can understand that. There's a lot of people that think that the holidays is actually a slow time of year. Do you know in my market currently the best months historically for me have been October and November as far as closings are concerned?
The homeowner will say something like, you're the 100th agent to call. That's probably not too realistic, but you're the 10th agent to call this morning. That's awesome. That's really great to hear that there's 9 other hardworking agents out there. Frequently that'll get some laughs. If it doesn't, just continue on with script. There's really nothing else to it. Sure, we can be the 50th, 100th. It really doesn't matter. It's just something that I think needs to be essentially acknowledged, disregarded, and then continue on with script. Hopefully that helps.
Oh, you've had a number of agents calling you. Well, at least you know which agents are actually working hard inside of the market versus the people who aren't, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wonderful. So you certainly want an agent to help you sell your home that's active in the market, right?
Yeah, if I was going to sell, I would want somebody who was going to work hard to do it, yes.
Absolutely. So let's get together today at 7, and I'll show you a guaranteed plan to get your home sold and help you to move forward to get your family in a house that fits your needs. Sound great?
That's fine. I guess we can make that work.
Wonderful.
One of my favorite objections I love to get is when dialing and people say, man, you're the 20th agent to call me today. You know what? We just hit that head on before it even becomes an objection. So here's how we handle this. Ring, ring. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. This is Jeff with the Bonham Group. I bet you I'm the 20th realtor to give you a call today, aren't I? Sure enough, absolutely. What are they going to say? Yes, you are. I'm tired of it. I'm this, I'm that. But here's how it goes. It doesn't matter what they say. Then you roll on. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, here's the thing, though. I'm not like those other 20 agents. That's the good news. I'm not calling you today trying to convince you that I'm awesome and everybody else is absolutely horrible, that you'd be an idiot not to hire me. I'm not even calling you today to try and tell you need to list your house with me. The reason I'm calling you today is, as I'm sure you're aware of, your home hit the MLS today as an expired. It popped up on my monitor, and I looked at it, and to be honest with you, it looks like a lovely home. So I just wanted to call and get your take on it. Why do you think it didn't sell? That'll open up the dialogue from there, guys, and give you the hot buttons that you need to go for the close.
I hear that a lot. That's good. What's interesting is most of the agents in my market actually send out postcards because they're afraid to get on the phone. Have you set an appointment with any of those agents?
I haven't yet.
Can I ask why you haven't?
I guess I don't really have a good reason why I haven't yet. It's just been frustrating to get so many phone calls.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Let me ask you this. Would you be interested in sitting down with me tonight at 3:30 or 5:30 if I could show you a way to get your home sold within the next 30 days and for top dollar this time?
You're the 10th or 20th agent that's called me today. In response, I say, I understand your frustration, and I assure you that I want the very best for you and have your best interest at heart. And I'd love to be able to help you move forward in the decision to sell your home. Unlike many agents in the area, my history speaks for itself, and I can show you how I can sell your home better than most of the agents who you've talked to today. When we meet, I can sit down and show you what I can do differently than other agents and the agent that you had before to get your home quickly and at the best price possible. Would 5:30 or 6 o'clock work for you this evening?